Hey everybody, happy Homebrew Wednesday. Um, Hope everybody's doing good. Um Not a whole lot this week. I did have a brew day. Um, I guess it was last Thursday maybe that I did that. Yeah. Um, and I didn't film it. Um, I just didn't feel like it. But I did a 2 gallon batch of brown ale. I'm trying to do smaller batches right now. Trying to concentrate on just getting, making good beer. And of course, this was the first one that's gone into the fermentation chamber. Um, but it's just a I don't even know where I got the recipe now, somewhere off the internet, but it's just like a nut brown ale. Used 2 row chocolate malt, um, some chocolate malt and crystal. Oh, a little bit of uh, victory. That's what it was, and then the hops were Fuggles. Uses a whole ounce, between two additions, pretty much like 60-40, 60 minute, and then it lasts 15 minutes or whatever. So just primarily it's for the bittering and just a little bit of flavor. Um, so hopefully that'll turn out well. It I will be doing a pumpkin ale, and then I also got an American wheat that that was basically it's the same recipe they use for I think it's Midwest Supplies has a recipe, and that's what I used on that. But other than that, no other brewing going on, but it's been in the fermenter. Today is Wednesday, and it's been in there since Friday. Pretty much what I do now is I just leave it in the pot. I don't go through a chill down process, and I don't use a no chill container. Um, Talk to tons of guys who just they lock their pot down um, and let it go overnight and rack it the next morning. It's usually room temperature. Um, I've done this my last 4 brews, and from that end of it, I haven't had any issues with it at all. Um, I was doing the no chill thing in the container, um, and I'd still be doing that. But most of the Aussies down there, they don't even. They said, well, if you're just doing it overnight, it's not even a sense in transferring it to just cover the pot. And I've talked to a couple guys over here that that's all they ever do, you know. So, but I mean, if I was going to do any longer, I mean, but it then just overnight. But I think first thing Friday morning, I went and I transferred it and pitched the yeast. And um, why don't we go take a look now at some video footage of it in the mini fridge.
Hey everybody, hope everyone's doing alright. Just wanted to give you a look at the fridge here. I got my brown ale in the fermenter. I used one of the Mr. Beer fermenters for this. This is about a 2 gallon batch, and those work good for that. So that is in here. It's been sitting between 67 and 68. It's been about 67.4.5 for the last 12 hours. Initially, when I first placed it after racking it to the fermenter, it was in a heat mode to keep it at the 68, and then as fermentation kind of kicked in, it started to travel up a little bit, so I flipped it over to the cool side, and that worked up until and kept it right between 67 and 68 until the other day I noticed the temps were starting to drop down, so I switched it back over to the heat side and plugged in the heat mat, and it's been sitting, for like the last few hours or the last 12 hours, right at 67.5, which should make for pretty good fermentation. Let's go ahead and take a look inside. Sorry for the... But there she is. Fermentation, really, it's slowed way down. In fact, the bubbles and stuff are starting to break up. So, anyway, just wanted to give a look. See, later, guys.
So yeah, I'm excited about having the mini fridge and I think next summer when it's because it's just kind of cool, really cool down in our basement, and I don't want to have to heat and cool both on most brews. In the winter, it's obviously it's going to be the heat pad that's going to kick in for the most part. So, but in the summer, I think I may just move it out into the garage and put it on the cabinet out there, and because it'll be warmer out there, and I can set it, and it'll definitely be a cooling situation. When it kicks off, it'll climb back up, and then it kicks back in, and yeah, I think that's what I'll do. But yeah, I'm hoping that allows me to make some better beers anyway. So that's really it on the brewing front. I want to thank all my subscribers. I've gained a couple here in the last few weeks. Couple shout outs. I hope I'm saying this right. The Wackyschnapps brothers. Links and stuff are going to be down below. Go check them out. They're kind of a hoot. They do some really cool stuff with small little, I guess you call it distilling operation, making their own schnapps, and they've given a pretty good look into what that's all about, and I'm enjoying their videos, and they put a pretty humorous side to it. So check those guys out and subscribe if you like. Another shout out to Ryan Murphy. He's a fellow Iowan up there in Cedar Falls, and I enjoy cussing and discussing things with Ryan. He's going through, he's been brewing a little bit longer than I have, about a year and a half. I've only been doing it about a year, and he's trying to move his brews along and do the best he can as well. He does Homebrew Wednesdays, so his link's down below. Also, if you're a fan of, some of the Vaughn live casts, with Craig Tube and what have you, Ryan's in most of the BrewTuber casts during the week. And he's also started casting. So if you like that kind of thing, join him. He's the links will be down below for his Vaughn Live channel, but it's basically vaughnlive.tv/Ry channel, RY channel. So yeah, check him out. He does a good job, and I'm sure he will appreciate your support. So anyway, guys, that's about all I have. We'll see y'all next week.